My relationship with the Gundam franchise is pretty much non-existent. The last time that I watched anything Gundam was when I was very young and I do not remember none of it. So this pretty much is my very first Gundam anime. Now this being a review channel, let me just say that well, I may have not watched anything Gundam before. There could be callbacks to the previous anime from Gundam because this is a very long running series. There could be characters, so there's pretty much the possibility that I'm going to guess some of it wrong, and I hope that you forgive me for that. But let me just say, this being my very first entry to the Gundam franchise, it was not a good one. I did not enjoy this anime at all. The only positive thing that I can say about this Gundam anime is that at least the Gundam fights were very well done. I did, and they better have done at least that right because that's the whole selling point. The Gundams, the fighting was very well done. The futuristic technology, everything was very well done. But when it comes to the story and the characters, that's where it fell so short in every way possible. Let me just start with a little bit of the premise. We have our main character Amate, who she craves, she yearn to experience and go to Earth, to have the Earth underneath her feet, the real sky, real water. She wants to experience the real thing because all her life she has been living in a colony, and she got mixed up with the wrong crowd. Gets a Gundam, do underground illegal fighting with the Sat Gundam, and that's mostly plot A. There's a plot B when it comes to the military and the different factions and the war that for now there's a peace treaty, but there's a verge of the war sparking again. And there's a plot C, and that's where the problems come in. But there's a plot C when it comes to the other worlder that comes from a particular person that comes from a different universe, and people wanting to kill her before she wakes up, and that's all of that is very needlessly complicated. And that's one of the biggest problem with the anime, that there's too many plot points. Because if it was simply plot A and plot B, those coincided with one another, and then mixing and conversion by the end of the season, that would be one thing. But there are just so many different plot points, and there's just not enough time to pretty much flesh out each individual story. I did not connect with any of the characters or nothing. I was not intrigued by the world building, none of it, because there just wasn't enough time to flesh any of it out. And especially with our main character Amate, she was pretty much unlikable. There was a whole, let me just say, there was this whole love plot, romance plot in the anime, where both Amate and another girl, Nian, both got romantic feelings for another character, Shiuji, and that whole romance thing just felt so forced. The setup for the romance was very well done. I don't, the setup for the romance was one thing, but they went from point A to point C and forgot the B part, because not only is the setup, but you have to develop the romance, and then in point C they realize that they have feeling for that person and want to express those feelings. But the romance just felt forced. It just, to me, felt too, came out of nowhere by the end of it, when they were, both of them were trying to confess their feelings for him and fighting for him. Oh, I want to help you and make your dreams come true and all of that. It just didn't hit home to me, and I'm somebody who loves romance anime. I love romance anime. That's my favorite category of anime. But in this Gundam anime, I felt nothing. And not only with the whole Shuji thing, those two girl characters were acting they were very unlikable. There's one character that appeared from the very beginning of the first episode who is military. I forgot which rank of the military, but he's a Gundam operator, and he is investigating because he lost his Gundam to Amate, and she stole his Gundam. That happened in episode one, so it's not a spoiler. But yeah, he wants his Gundam back. He's investigating, snooping around, and he finds Amate. He went out of his way to help her because there was a couple of police officers chasing her. He went out of his way to help her, and he noticed, oh, I recognize that badge. You're from this old girls school. And for some reason, the first thing that came to her mind is, oh, creep, wanting to get it on with a schoolgirl. Where did that came from? He just made an observation. He thought wasn't hitting on you. And even Nian with the same guy was chatting with her and say, "Oh, that lunchbox looks very delicious. Do you mind if I take a bite?" And she respond all snappy, saying, "Oh, this is my lunch. What do you think? I'm your girlfriend or something?" Very snappy. And I was okay. What the both characters are giving that whole, oh, I have a boyfriend, if type of energy, that you go to, you see a woman, oh, ma'am, you dropped something, I have a boyfriend. The two of them were just, I did not like them. They came off as unlikable, and even not only with the whole I have a boyfriend type of feeling, but even Amate with disrespecting her parents and being in all of that rebellious phase. So I did not like any of the main characters. I did not like any of them. And even the side characters, some of the side characters could have been interesting, but there was just so little room to flesh any of them out. So some of them appear for one episode and then they never appear again. And I didn't care about any of them because they won't flesh out in any way, shape, or form. And the whole plot C about the other worlder, they did show a couple of, let's say, flashbacks, and I think that was because of the change in animation style. I think that was a callback to a previous Gundam show, but I haven't watched anything Gundam before. So maybe to people that have watched Gundam for a very long period of time, maybe that those flashbacks were enough of an Easter egg to for you to maybe like a little bit more or appreciate more this anime, but not for me. So yes, I didn't enjoy this anime very much. So I'm going to give this anime a score of 4 out of 10. Now, if you're a Gundam fan and you still want to enjoy and watch this anime, I'm not going to stop you, but I can say that delay the time where you're going to watch it, because next year, I don't know exactly which month, but they're going to release pretty much a movie covering this season, but in movie form, and they're going to re-edit the a certain episode, and maybe in movie form this anime is better, I don't know, but I suggest watch the movie instead of the season. Let me just say that. So have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're from. See you next video.